Most gamers obsess over their mouse, yet totally ignore the surface underneath it. But the fact is, even a top-tier sensor feels terrible on a bad pad. That's why we are breaking down the top 5 best mouse pads for gaming. Whether you need speed, control, or just something durable, we'll help you find the perfect foundation for your aim without the guesswork. I've listed all the links in the description. Let's begin. If you are looking to upgrade your setup without emptying your wallet, the KTRIO RGB Large Gaming Mousepad is the place to start. It is widely recognized as the best budget option on the market right now. First off, this pad is substantial. It measures 31.5 by 11.8 inches, which classifies it as an XL extended format. That means you have plenty of room for your keyboard and mouse with space left over. But here is the interesting part. While standard pads usually sit around 2 or 3 millimeters thick, the KTRIO comes in at 4 millimeters. That extra cushioning does a great job reducing wrist fatigue during long gaming sessions. Regarding the surface, it features a superior micro-weave cloth. This texture is optimized to give you a nice balance between glide and control. Whether you are tracking targets smoothly or going for flick shots, the sensor response feels precise. It handles both optical and laser sensors without a hitch. Also, accidents happen. That is why the water-resistant coating is such a lifesaver against spilled drinks. Now, for the aesthetics. You get 12 lighting modes, including 7 static colors and 5 dynamic effects. The cool thing is that it is strictly plug and play. You don't need to install any complex software. You just control everything with a single button. There are a couple of trade-offs, though. Since there is no software, you can't sync the lighting with other gear like you can with premium brands. Also, some pros might find that 4mm thickness a bit too soft. But for a stable, durable surface, this pad offers incredible value. Coming in at number 4 is a heavyweight from a brand you definitely know. We are talking about the Razer Gigantus Vive 2 XXL Cloth Gaming Mousepad. If the previous option was about budget-friendly lighting, this one is strictly about massive surface area and performance consistency. As the name implies, this XXL format is huge. It is designed to cover your entire desk area, comfortably fitting your keyboard, mouse, and any other gear. This is actually a major advantage for low DPI gamers. When you need those wide, sweeping arm movements to turn 180 degrees in-game, you simply won't run out of runway here. Let's look at the surface itself. It uses a textured micro-weave cloth that is engineered to hit that specific sweet spot between speed and control. You get a smooth glide for quick adjustments, but there is enough texture for precise stopping power. It is specifically optimized for all optical sensors, ensuring your tracking remains pixel perfect. Underneath that surface, you have high-density rubber foam that is 4 millimeters thick. That thickness is substantial. It provides a cushioned layer that really helps reduce wrist strain if you are grinding out ranked matches all night. Plus, the non-slip rubber base ensures the pad stays practically glued to your desk. It also features durable stitched edges, which helps prevent that annoying fraying you often see on cheaper pads over time. Now, keep in mind that this pad prioritizes function over flash. You won't find any RGB lighting here, and because of its size, it isn't exactly portable. But if you want a reliable, esports-ready foundation that effectively turns your whole desk into a mousepad, the Gigantus V2 is a fantastic choice. Next, we have a product that can arguably be called a legend in the competitive scene. This is the SteelSeries QCK Heavy. To give you an idea of its pedigree, this line has been a top choice for esports professionals for nearly 20 years. With over 10 million units sold worldwide, it is practically the gold standard for competitive gaming surfaces. The defining feature here is right in the name, heavy. This pad features an extra thick non-slip rubber base that sets it apart from standard mats. This mass serves a very specific purpose. It eliminates unwanted movement entirely, so even during your most frantic 1v1 duels, the pad stays rock solid. But here is the really clever part. That extra thickness acts as a buffer, providing a perfectly flat gaming platform even if the desk surface underneath is slightly uneven or pitted. On top, you get the exclusive QCK micro-woven cloth. This surface has been rigorously tested by top sensor manufacturers to ensure flawless tracking accuracy for both optical and laser sensors. It is meticulously designed to handle both low and high DPI tracking movements without skipping a beat. The glide is smooth, yet it offers enough friction for precise stopping power, which is critical for consistency. It is also worth noting that the added thickness doubles as excellent wrist cushioning during marathon sessions. However, you should know that the black cloth surface tends to show dust and white marks pretty easily. The good news is that it is durable and washable, so keeping it fresh is straightforward. While it might be a bit bulky to travel with compared to thinner mats, the trade-off for that level of stability and sensor consistency is widely considered worth it. Moving on to our runner-up at number 2, we have a specialized tool built strictly for the competitive purists. We are talking about the BenQ ZOWIE GSR SE Rouge 2. If you follow the professional FPS scene, particularly games like Counter-Strike or Valorant, you have almost certainly seen ZOWIE pads on the main stage. This brand doesn't care about looking flashy. They care about unparalleled consistency. The Rouge II specifically stands out because of its unique surface engineering. Unlike standard black cloth pads, this model uses a special color cloth weave that provides a very distinct feeling. It strikes a delicate, hard-to-find balance. It offers a smoother, faster glide than the original ZOWIE GSR, yet it retains steady control. That means you get the speed necessary for tracking fast-moving targets, but you don't lose the stopping power needed for precision micro-adjustments. But here is the absolute game-changer for this pad: humidity resistance. Anyone living in a warm or coastal climate knows the pain of a mouse pad getting swampy or sticky on hot days. When that happens, the friction changes, and your muscle memory gets ruined. The Rouge 2 is engineered to resist that moisture buildup. This ensures your glide feels exactly the same whether you are playing on a dry winter morning or a humid summer afternoon. That level of environmental consistency is massive for competitive play. We also need to talk about the foundation. It uses a uniform high-density rubber base with medium softness. The word uniform is key here. It means there are no inconsistent bumps or air bubbles in the rubber, ensuring a perfectly flat surface across the entire 18.5 by 15.3-inch area. The medium softness provides a stable, anti-slip grip that won't budge during intense flicks, while still offering enough cushion for comfort. Sure, you won't find RGB or special software here, but for pure performance, this is undoubtedly an elite mousepad. Finally, we have arrived at the #1 spot, and this is where we completely change the paradigm. This is the Razer Atlas tempered glass gaming mouse mat, which I'll say is a total evolution of what a gaming surface can be. Now, you might be thinking, glass? Yes, exactly. This is a premium hard surface mat crafted entirely from CNC milled tempered glass. It is substantial, measuring roughly 17.7 by 15.8 inches with a thickness of about 5 millimeters. But the standout stat here is actually the weight. This slab clocks in at approximately 4.4 pounds. That heft, combined with a full coverage anti-slip rubber base, means it becomes a permanent fixture on your desk. It simply will not slide or shift, no matter how aggressive your gameplay gets. The surface itself is where the magic really happens. It features a special micro-etch texture that is specifically optimized to work with high DPI optical sensors. This engineering results in an ultra-smooth glide with almost zero static friction. For speed-focused gamers, this feels like your mouse is practically levitating. It allows for effortless, rapid movements that traditional cloth pads just can't replicate. Surprisingly, despite being glass, the movement remains incredibly quiet during use. Another huge advantage here is longevity. We all know that cloth pads develop slow spots, fray at the edges, or get grimier over time. Since this is tempered glass, it is incredibly scratch-resistant and dirt-resistant. If you spill a drink or get skin oils on it, you just wipe it off, and it is back to factory new condition instantly. It is basically maintenance-free. Of course, this level of luxury comes with a trade-off. It sits in a much more premium price tier than the cloth options we looked at, and its weight makes it totally impractical to travel with. But if you want a surface that offers consistent, high-speed tracking that will theoretically last forever without wearing down, the Razer Atlas is the undisputed king. Thanks for stopping by. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe to Master Eye Tech for more tech content like this. Catch you in the next video.